Right, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're going to be doing something that probably doesn't make sense in real life, and we're going to have spiders in a cage. Or at least let the spiders play with the cage. Let's talk about it. Credit for this one goes to a creator or player by the name of Hogger23, so credit to you, good friend. We're going to go ahead and start with some Zora Spider Fancier, because if we have another creature enter, we gain a life, and if it happens to be a spider, we gain a +1/+1 counter on it. This is actually big because when we're talking about Collector's Cage, you'll see. So we have Llanowar Elves, which helps with our mana because we're going to be wanting to cast multiple things in a turn. This actually makes us an extra creature while also putting counters on a thing, which is super nice. And Collector's Cage is important because we want to have 3 different powers worth of creatures on the battlefield. So this makes it pretty easy for us to get whatever we want under this for free, because we have some big cards we want to play for free. Shelter by Ghost is just helpful for removing things. Surus, Spider, Silk, Innovator. This is cool because we can actually play it on the backside as well, but when it enters the battlefield, it gets us an additional creature, which is super cool. Kreza, the Swarm is one, which gives stuff haste for the most part. Kryn, Undercity Dreamer, can put counters on things, so again, we can manipulate the powers of our stuff. And then we have Herd Heirloom, which is nice, but I have a thought on what I want to replace the Herd Heirloom with. We have Torgal, a Find Hound, which Torgal might look a little weird here, but most of our creatures are actually humans, so this makes it easier to get extra counters, which is super nice, and it does just give you mana for anything. Anapakal, Thousand Moons, and this is fun because, again, if we can put a bunch of counters on something, we just get extra gnome tokens, so that's pretty sweet. Gloria, the Great Armorer. This is another way to get access to some extra cards while also putting counters on things. Of course, we have Ouroboros because we're playing green creatures. Why would you not play this? And then we have an Elspeth Stormslayer just as a cleanup card. But if that doesn't work, we have Scions of the Earth Spiders, which gives everything flying, trample, lifelink, haste. Randomly, there's a Glint Weaver in here. So a 7 mana spider, which, okay, it has reach, it's a 3/3, and then when it enters, you get to distribute 3 counters, then you gain life equal to the greatest toughness among creatures you control, which is usually going to be like 5-ish, I'd imagine. And then we have Through the Omen Pass, we could let us play stuff for free. Here's what I want to do, though. I want to cut the Glint Weaver. I want to cut the Herd Heirloom. Now, while I do like Herd Heirloom and being able to draw cards, I don't know how often we're going to have something at 4. And I would like to play the Flash Spider that also, this guy, a Demi of the Silk Shoots. It's flying, it's a 3/2, it can give something flying, it's itself, but then it has flash, and it can give all your stuff hexproof and indestructible. I think this is the way we want to go, and I think this is going to be a better card for the deck. Mana-wise, I don't think we need to adjust anything too bad. We have mostly white mana anyway. I think we're fine with that. And yeah, I think this is what we're going to go with. We'll take this into the ladder, and I think we're going to be able to have some fun with this one and do some crazy stuff with Collector's Cage. Before we get into that, like always, if you want to get this or anything else and you want to save yourself some money on Magic, be sure to check out Tales of Adventure. It's TOAMagic.com. If you use my code, which is Dragon, DRAGN, it'll save you 5% on literally everything you get on the website. So go save money, especially with Avatar coming out. For now, though, let's go see how much or how good we can do with spiders in a cage. Yeesh. Yeah, sure. We'll keep this. Looks a little dicey, but we're here for it. I doubt they'll kill Zora. And now that I said that, they will. But if they don't, we go ahead and play Kreza. Oh, okay. Well, it's that deck. Sure. Let's go Kreza. It'll get a counter, and I'm just going to give it haste anyway, because it already comes in with the +1 counter. And just try to regulate their life total a little bit. Because even if they decide they want to shelter and get rid of Kreza, like, so be it. We'll play another one and keep attacking. Though what's funny, I could play Anapakal and attack for 0 and it still trigger this and make a 1/1. Which is amusing. Alright, well, they did have a second land. They get an Essence Channeler. That's fine. You got it. I mean, if they want to trade the Essence Channeler, I'm down. I don't think they will. Ooh, a Demi. That's intriguing, actually. So we attack. They might trade. I don't think they will. I'd be okay if they did, though. I don't think they'll do it. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. Gotta at least give them the opportunity. Sometimes they might. I'm not sure how I want this to go. Like, even if they shelter here, do I just cast a Dimmy to give my stuff hexproof? Like, probably. Okay, yeah, you're gonna grow your channeler twice. Fair enough. The way they're playing, I almost feel like they have something to protect their stuff, but I don't know that to be true. Yeah, you get a big old channeler. You got it. I don't think we... Ooh, well, never mind. I was going to say, I don't think we block here, but since they attacked with the Sanctifier for some unknown reason, let's put a counter on it. Ooh, cancel. Yeah, let's go to blocking, and we'll just block this knucklehead. Alright, so now we can just Collector Cage and just see what's up. Come on, let's find one of our big spiders under here. Ooh, you were close, but not good enough. Come on, big money, no whammies. We did find an Ouroboros, though. That's something. Playing you on the backside. What are you? Your first strike, 4-3. Opponent has a 1-1 behind. It's not the most exciting thing. I think we're going Ouroboros here, folks. Let's go ahead and induce you one time. Because, you know, why not? That's 6, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, let's go. You got it. I mean, shelter's probably coming up here. I was gonna... Oh, exercise. Okay, yeah, that works too. Lurker Bat, we ain't afraid of you. Ooh, alright, so I think this is where we Animpakal. If I play this, this could have haste. It'll get a counter. Animpakal gets 2, 3 counters, then we get to attack. Yeah, that's way more fun and exciting, isn't it? Okay. I guess I'm just attacking for 6? I can attack for 4 and 6, and they're forced to block. Actually, we just attack with everything, right? Because then we're making 3 1-1s as well. They get to kill Ouroboros. And then gain 1. Man, there's so much math happening here. Alright, I think we just go for it. We're the aggressor. Make them figure it out. We also have a backup Ouroboros and other stuff going on in hand, so whatever. Yeah, I mean, you kind of gotta block. Alright. And we're at 20 now, so I don't think there's a way we lose this. This is pretty crazy considering how their deck started, and they just had everything they wanted to gain life and got a giant Essence Channeler, and it actually didn't even matter. That's kind of sicko. And we only got to 3 lands, too. Because now it's like, alright, we get to keep Kreza, we have a haste creature. Animpakal's already going to trigger for a bunch of extra. Yeah, they're dead. Yeah, the life doesn't even matter there. Give it haste. It gets a counter when it enters. We gain life. We attack for 1,000,000. Sure, on one of these. Like, this is so silly. Oh, I guess I could have put the counter on Animpakal and just got another body, but whatever. Yep, you got it. I mean, it's 12 plus, right? No matter what. Yeah. Awesome. Love it. Oh, man. Oh, wow. We'll keep this. Oh, did I hit the mulligan? Oh, no. Oh, that's probably fine. I probably shouldn't. I think my brain was taken over, or my fingers were taking over my brain. I probably shouldn't have kept that last one anyway. Let's go with... Man, I really like the collector's cage, and that's what we're here to do, but I'm going to... I'm going to keep the shelter. Don't know if that's the right call, but that's what we're going with. Also, we won't be seeing the through the Omen Pass, because I cut that for an additional land, because I realized the deck was only rocking one, or actually not one, but 21 lands, and I wanted to make it a little bit more, so I cut that for an additional planes. Orlando Elf isn't going to make it, since I know we're holding Ouroboros, right? Either that or they're going to keep mana open just to kill the Ouroboros. One or the other. Oh, nope, they're doing neither. Love that for us. Alright. Oh, well, that's cute. So I could actually get rid of Llanowar Elf, get the bat. I mean, get rid of... Shelter the Llanowar Elf, get rid of the bat, get the bat net. That's something. Feels a little bit greedy, but I'm going to do it, actually. If Arena lets me tap correctly. Let's do this. Feels a little silly, but I'm kind of here for it, you know? And then just make the elf really hard for them to deal with. And no attack. Could attack with Zora, but then there's like the weird situation where they're playing split up or something. Hey, that's fair. Hey, you got to mortify. Respect. Oh, that's funny. The deck's like, no, friend. We're not going out like that. Just letting you know. Now, I assume they will Ouroboros kill here, right? Because that's what I would be aiming to do. Oh, you have your own shelter. That's cute. Yeah, that won't last long. Starscape Cleric, sure. And the opponent's not even going to be able to attack here. That's amusing. Again, Arena, let me take a little bit of damage now. Come on. Target you. Yep, and then we'll pay. I guess it didn't matter this time, because I can pay for it either way. So, Arena would have been right this time. Go attacking. Love it. Uh-oh, now they're trying to combo us out. That sucks. Eesh, what's the best thing for me to do here? We play this. Trying to think how I can do enough damage to not die here if they have the cards they need next turn. We play Ouroboros. We get to put counters, but then we can't attack with a Llanowar Elf. I guess this is our only real chance here. It's unfortunate, but, you know, is what it is. I mean, if they have it or top deck it, we can't win anyway. Like, okay, that's good. We win. If they had something that would have, like, gain life, lose life, whatever, then would have been game over. But, yeah, here we just do this and attack with everything. All right, cool. Whew. Yeah, just a quick one for people who don't know. This says whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. This also says whenever you gain life, each opponent loses life. So at any point where they would have started gaining life, then we would have lost life. And there's the big vampire, like whenever you gain, your opponent loses, and it just becomes a big silly loop, and then you just die. So got a little bit lucky there. Ooh, boy. All right, let's do it. I'm going to go here. I think it's almost always worth it to go Llanowar first, even if we have Azora, I think. For these ooh, wait. Do I want to do that here? I think we put this on red, tapped. I think. And then we just play Zora. I think is the plan here. Mostly because there's a real chance they'll want to use removal and possibly they shoot Zora here. And then attack. And that opens up at least an opportunity to play Anipakal, get counters on it. Make it a little harder to kill. Don't know how important that's going to be. Alright, so they did. They lightning strike it. Alright. And we got that out of the way, so it's harder to kill Anipakal, which is good. Can't ask for a lot more there. That kind of mostly went according to plan. And as much as I want to put this on something else, actually, you know what? You know what? We're going to put this on white. I'm just going to take the 2. Because I think I need to attack and pump the Anipakal here. And then if the opponent just has removal, then like so be it. But this way we could also draw an untapped land and maybe play Elspeth or something. Or get another multiversal passage and put it on blue or black. And then just go with Scions. Either is reasonable. Alright, what you got? Another Hired Claw. Great. Take 3. Almost did it, deck. Almost did it. Not quite. Against this deck, I kind of want it to be Zora, sadly. Pass the turn. Hope you're going to kill that. That would suck. But we'd have to deal with it. If we're at least at enough life where this can block next turn and not kill us. Because we do have to take 2 damage from our starting towns. Sweet. Oh, that just returns it. Okay. We'll put that here. That makes the 2/2 a quality blocker. Like, small things, but relevant. Because we didn't really want the card that's under there. It just would have been helpful if we got to that point. Oh, you actually had a Burst Lightning too? Gross. Alright, well, we gotta take 4. That saddens us quite a bit. Yeah, no blocks. So I have to go to 5. Actually, no, I don't now. I have to go to 4. Oh, interesting. Arena knows to tap our lands here. No, actually, we still have to go to 5. Because I need a blue and a black. Alright. Okay, this says does not have vigilance. Is going to 10 good enough here? Like, I'm like, what's the worst they could do? Like, ball lightning? Be 6, 7, 8, but then they wouldn't be able to pump. Yeah, I guess we're supposed to just attack here. Barring them having some weird, like, bounce spell or something that could be disastrous. Oh, here, Ashenil. Gross. Well, good news is we can at least chump block and not die. So that's good news. Yeah, we go to 2, block, go to 1. That's a cute trick, though. I like what they're doing. Then we Elspeth to remove Ashenil. No, no! Oh, crap! Oh, crap! Let this be a lesson and a notification that we creators, just like the rest of you players, sometimes misclick and cost ourselves wins. But hey, congrats to our opponent. You get a win for my mistake. I clicked the wrong thing. Well, now we're just dead. Alright. That's a misclick on my part. Okay, let's keep it. Alright, let's go Llanowar Elf here. Oh, actually, this makes green. Gosh dang it. What did I take 2 damage for? I guess it doesn't matter greatly, because we're probably going to play this one too. So it's probably okay. But we'll see. I could have been damage-free here, especially looking at what our hand is. This is usually where Llanowar Elf dies, though. 2 damage the hard way. Let's go ahead and go... +1/+1 counter. What you got, opponent? Curious what they're trying to set up for here to do. Oh, they were deciding if they want to lightning strike that. Well, that's fair. Let's go with... Actually, you know what? I'm going to do it in this order. With the counter. And I'm going to let this get a counter. Oh, you're not a spider. Gosh dang it, you're a human citizen. You're one of the few humans in the deck that's not a spider. Ah, that sucks. Should have done it the other way and just got me a point of life. Super silly. Alright, well, I'll do this, and then you can sweep the board next turn. Why not? I mean, they're obviously playing just Jeskai Control, so whatever. Play your big dragon. Replay Get Lost. Nova Hellkite. What the hell? That's not what I expected to see. I mean, good hit for them, but, alright. I think I'm going to play this, put it on blue. And still try to put another counter on the Ouroboros. Dang it! Ugh. Ugh. That sucked. Because I want to leave this available, sadly. Yeah, might as well attack with both. You can't really kill these, so it's fine. Sure, you got it. What is this? Oh, it has Harmonize. Deal 2 to everything. Yeah, sure. What you gonna do, opponent? What you gonna do? Let's see if you have anything else. Gonna counter it? Actually, I don't even mind if they counter it to some extent, because then their whole hand's empty. And then it's just a race, and we know we have this in 2 turns no matter what. I mean, if you have a counter, you just counter it, right? Yeah, like, what else? What were we waiting for there? Like... Okay, yeah, I don't know what that was about on their part. Truly. Like, I guess they were planning to do it and then flash this back or something. I guess was their plan, but... I should have let them just do the first part, and then I would have got my extra creature. So I was a little bit too aggressive playing my card, actually. I should have waited on them. Because they would have tapped this down, and I could have saved my stuff, and they would have blown their extra resources, but we're mostly fine here anyway. Like, even if they sweep the board, their hand's empty, and we just kill them with Scions. Yep. Ooh, yeah, let's keep it. I'm going to put this on red and let it be tapped. Infestation Sage, sure. I'm going to play this with a counter on it. Come on, untap green source. Let's just try to get all the greed. Voice of Victory, sure, you got it. Okay, that's reasonable. Let's put this on, I guess, white or green. Doesn't really matter here, so let's just make it white. Pay this duder. Go ahead and attack. You can double chump. You're not going to give me the Voice of Victory. I already know. Alright. So we know we can play Ouroboros next turn. Go ahead and attack with Voice of Victory. It's a safe attack here. You get to grow your Servanden. Sure. Now, we basically put him in a situation where Servanden just gets to kill Ouroboros, right? Is what we're setting up. And then after that, we have the option to Collector's Cage and try to get something big. Uh-oh. You're going to sack and kill something? Oh, that's super unfortunate. That was not part of our plans at all. Okay. Though, that's not nearly the worst thing that could have happened. I'm also realizing I could have put my land on a different thing, potentially, but yeah, it is. Could have went green first, and then put the second one on blue or black, which would have been more than reasonable. Now we need an untapped land so that... Well, no, this didn't even work, actually. So we're probably just going to play Gloria next turn. Yep, you have a Gorehound. This is where the question comes down to, do you already have a Raise the Past or not? Which if they do, the Servanden's going to be like double annoying and it's whatever, but sure. Now they have 2 Servandens. Might as well block there. Block this. Actually, you know what? Let's just do this. If you get it back, you get it back. Because the only thing we can draw that matters really is like a Llanowar Elf here. And then that would give this flying if we can find our other spider guy. Scions of the Earth Spider. But that's probably it. I don't think there's another real thing here. Alright. That's the opponent kind of feeling like they don't have a real answer here. But who knows? Oh, well, you're kind of interesting. I don't hate that. And we can go ahead and get a Collector's Cage down. All right. Spider, you get a counter. Let's go Collector's Cage. It gets us a... another Ouroboros, I guess. That's something. Oh, wait, actually... Dang it. I was just thinking the backside of the other card could have actually been important here. But I don't think it has lifelink. So if they just like land Raise the Past, it kind of sucks here. Okay. That's unfortunate, but that's not whatever. Like, yep, go to 7. Looks like they don't have a land here. So that's nice. If I were them, I might attack with the... Yeah, I was going to say, with the Zealot. Actually is real. I think I'm just going to take it. Go to 4. I'm risking dying next turn. There's Llanowar Elf, a turn late. Let's go ahead and put the counter on Kreza. Let's play Gloria. Yeah, I don't think there's a world where we can win from here, is my issue. I guess we just give it a counter. Like, haste doesn't do much under the circumstances. Oh, actually, maybe I should have, because I forgot I had an Ouroboros under here, actually. Yeah, that's a mistake. I should have just went ahead and tried to attack with this. Because that's probably one of the few ways I could win. I have to be a little bit more aggressive here. Yeah, if the opponent has any, like, one more creature, or another one of the things that, like, makes the flying token or whatever, I think we just die. Actually, we can't even attack with multiple things here, because if one gets through and then we block and stuff dies, we die. Yeah, this is bad. I don't think we can win. Yeah, we're just dead. I mean, neither of these really matter here. Yep. Get to play a land at least, I guess. But yeah, literally just play anything of relevance. There you go. Cool, we're dead. Like, you didn't need anything else. Let's keep it. I think I have a couple of key changes I want to do to this deck, and they'll make sense. We'll talk about it at the end of the video, but there's some small things I think you could do that would be very good for this deck. Alright, Meticulous Archive usually means we're going to be staring at sweepers. So what I think I want to do is this. And we're just going to try to be as damaging as possible. Seam Rip, you got it. Well, there goes Kreza. Fair enough. Oh, that's nice. Let's go... Ugh. I guess white now? Didn't really know what I wanted, but now I kind of do. Actually... Or do I want to play Torgal? Nah, I think if we do this, opponent's more likely to use their mana here. Maybe try to get rid of Gloria. Okay, that's good. We don't want Zora in this fight. We actually just want an untapped land next turn to get Elspeth. But if we get to attack and untap and have a Demi, we could protect our team pretty well. This is exactly a type of situation where you'd like to have in a Demi. Ugh, I want lands, so let's go. God. That's brutal, man. Really? I guess it's got to go. All right, go attacking. End the turn. I mean, they obviously have other removal because you kept a 2-mana hand with Seam Rip in this. I can't imagine that's it if you're playing a control deck. There's got to be more there. I really wanted to play Torgal there, and I probably should have. Or leave the Llanowar Elf untapped, play Torgal, play a Demi, something like that. Would have been better. Yeah, I think I misplayed this whole game so far. Like, we're only 3 turns in, and I feel like I've already made 2 mistakes. Because the worst case scenario, they have, like, land split up, and then I still have a mana creature, and I'm in better shape to play Elspeth. You know what I mean? Like, that just doesn't make sense to even worry about. Whereas now, I kind of need them to just counter the Ademi and then hope we draw an untapped land. We need a lot to go right here under the circumstances. I would assume they probably still want to counter Ademi anyway since it protects stuff. But maybe not. Removal spell on Ademi? No. Well, things being what they are, I guess we're just gonna pump the Llanowar Elf. I mean, opponent can still respond here. Now, if they kill our Llanowar Elf, we just let it die and play the Torgal. I don't think we waste a Demi. We get to attack for 3 there. And then kind of force them into a situation. Alright, so they're just going to let that ride. Okay. Then I would like to attack with just Llanowar Elf. See what kind of trickery you got up your sleeve. Yeah, see? I knew there was something. Like, sometimes we just know things, y'all. I'm just going to put that on the bottom. We don't really need it at this point. Alright, end the turn. Split up. There it is. There it is. So they did actually have a split up. Now we got what we wanted. This is what we came for. Alright. Also, you might be wondering why I've chosen blue multiple times on these instead of other colors. We can make green, red, white with almost everything, and we have a couple of spiders that have blue in their cost on the backside. So, just making blue for that, and then black we can just get from the other pain land usually. Like, you got to deal with Elspeth. Like, so if you have another Get Lost, here it comes. Yep. Not even a surprise. There's a Llanowar elf. Let me check and see how I feel about this real quick. What's on top? Oh, Ouroboros. Hell yeah. Yeah, we're good. All right. Let's go ahead and put this on blue. Oh, Arena. How dare you? How dare you tap that creature? Gosh dang it. That's my fault. They're at 4 anyway, but still, fact of the matter. I'm not even going to crack that, actually. Like, if they have another one and they just split up, then we'll go ahead and play Ouroboros, whatever. Gosh dang it. I wanted to take the 2 damage. Or the 1 damage. Having the opponent at 1 would have been nice. Alright. They've got a surveil land. And then a split up. Nope, they just die. Oh, you know, this is actually not an obvious... You know what? Let's keep it. Let's keep it. Granted, generally, I wouldn't want this when the average mana value of the hand is so high. But I'm just going to take a chance and see what happens here. Just say, hey, whatever type of deck you are, let's find out. Just put a counter on this. Likely they're just going to get rid of my Crazy anywhere here and attack us for 1. That's usually how this goes. I'm just hoping I can find something useful here. Llanowar Elf actually wouldn't be bad. To like Elf Shelter, maybe set some stuff up would be cute. That's not going to do it though. Alright. We'll get an Ouroboros, which isn't going to do a lot on its own, unfortunately. Yep. I'm going to pump it. Sounds good. Question is, will the Ouroboros alone be able to save us here? 4 toughness is big. They're not going to be able to get rid of it with most of their spells here, unless they, like, 2-spell it. And if so, fine. Right? Is what it is. Yeah, we're not blocking, so if you can kill us, just kill us, I guess. Yep. Wasn't even interested in that line of work, my friend. I mean, double strike. So I go to 5. Probably what's about to happen here. Yep. Nope, they just dealt 4. That also works. That's 1 more point for them. Oh, I kind of want to play a Llanowar Elf here. Actually, I guess we get to do that anyway, right? We don't have to take damage. Yeah, so we play Llanowar Elf. Play Shelter. You get rid of that. Play this tapped. Alright. We're back to 10, and things are feeling a little bit better. Got a 4/4 blocker. A 10 power attacker next turn with lifelink. We have Elspeth to give stuff flying. Pretty sure that's just going to be it, right? Yep, that'll do it. Yeah, that just goes to show you, like, sometimes, depending on the draw, like, if the opponent had a little bit of a more aggressive draw, say with, like, a Screaming Nemesis or maybe even a Slick Shot, this hand would have been way worse. We got a little bit lucky because they kept a hand full of burn spells, and really only one creature. So this is one of those cases where, again, I tell people, when you watch videos from creators, don't just look at whether the deck won or lost. Look at how it won or lost. Because while we won this game, I kept a pretty bad hand that I would venture to guess, in most cases against the Boros Burn deck, a reasonable number of their draws would have beaten that hand, right? We just happened to encounter an opponent that probably has the lower, I don't know, 15, 20% of hands that draw would actually beat. So just something to keep in mind. Oh, this is fun. All right, let's work with this and see what we got. I guess we put this on green. And then we'll try a Torgal next turn. I mean, I don't expect it to live, but we're going to do it anyway. Be really surprised if Torgal survives here. But they might also counter or kill whatever we play next. Nope, they're just killing a Torgal. All right, that works. Let's go ahead. Do I put this on white? Yeah, we go ahead. And we'll play this. Especially since we know they're playing Stab. They at least have to find a real removal to do something about Gloria. Which, no doubt they have. They're playing blue-black, but... Oh, they're playing stock up there. Okay. Well, can we outrace a 2-turn sweeper? Not really. They're at 20. Actually, I guess if we were to get an untapped land, it's possible. That's not really where we want to do it. Let's go ahead and go here. Maybe we'll find a land we can play. That would be nice. Nope. But it also got a card out of the way that wasn't a land. So there's that too. Alright. Nowhere to run. Sure, Animpacal's out of here. You got it. And then we're going to lose our Gloria because they got rid of something else. No, Duress. Okay, yeah, that's a safe card for us. Still want an untapped land here. Okay, that works. So now we can... Elf... Cage... Put a counter on the 2/2... On the one... Ooh... there's another Animpacal. I mean, I guess we've gotta take it. But I feel like we're just gonna have a board sweeper next turn, which is gross. But alright. This is one of the rare situations I'm tempted to leave the Animpacal under there, but, you know, is what it is. This is like, if they get us, they get us. What are we gonna do? Alright. Yep, and away our creatures go. It's usually how it happens. It's just which sweeper of choice is it? Because if it's not a sweeper, we're in good shape. Actually, it probably has to be a sweeper, right? Because like, if it's not a sweeper, do we even have a chance of losing here? I guess you could have a kill spell and a bounce spell. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, so there's a couple of things I noticed here. One, we have the most helpful Weaver, which is okay. It wasn't bad. I kind of wanted 1 or 2 copies of Cavern of Souls. Now, there are some reasons to not play Cavern of Souls here as well. While our deck has what? I mean, I don't know, 17 humans / spiders that are like, but 17 humans is a lot. The downside to that, though, is we could have times where we can't cast Elspeth, possibly Ouroboros, right? And those are 2 of our best cards. I think we'll almost always be able to play Animpacal, because even if one of the lands was a Cavern of Souls, the others would be whatever. And we could also just put it on human, so we'd still be able to cast Anapakal anyway if we wanted to do that. But if you decide to play Cavern of Souls, I would probably end up replacing a Most Helpful Weaver. Mostly because on turn 2, you're already going to be wanting to play all your other stuff that happen to be humans that are going to be a lot easier to cast. But also what I was noticing is we didn't really get the counter from Torgal all that much. So that also is a little bit of a weird thing, because that means, were we really casting humans all that often when we had Torgal? And the other side of it is, you know what else is a human that we could play? Paleontologist. So I would rather do that. And then now the deck has at least a little bit of something against the graveyard decks, because right now we have 0. Right? If we fortunately didn't run into any, I don't think. But if we did, it was only 1. So that matters a little bit here as well. Other than that, though, I think we're pretty close to where we want to be. So I might cut 1 Universal Passage and 1 Plains to play 2 Cavern of Souls. Because again, we have a fair amount of things that we do want to cast that aren't humans. Even Llanowar Elf early, you know, you don't want to put your Cavern of Souls on Elf. That's terrible. So that's an issue. So you don't want too many of them. And then also, like we're saying, you still have Most Helpful Weaver, Cage, though you only need 1 white for a Cage in any of these, which is fine. And then, of course, you have double green you need for Ouroboros and double white for Elspeth. So you want to be able to cast those. But otherwise, I think those are the only changes I would make. If you don't like the Most Helpful Weaver, actually, you know what? While I'm thinking about it, why don't we just go in and just say, you know what? Let's make another Paleontologist. I think that's actually more than reasonable here, even over the Most Helpful Weaver, because while I think the card is nice and it's helpful and it gets us 2 permanents or whatever, I don't think the upside from the Helpful Weaver, getting the +1/+1 and having to give something like Double Strike, is quite enough, except for on the turns where you're going to have flying from one of your 5 mana things anyway. So I think this is a little bit better for what you want to be doing. So this is the build I would probably go with. This is what I'm going to post for everybody. It'd also be over on Moxfield that you could download it. By the way, this was really good. We went 8-4. Or, no, yeah, 8-4. So that's actually pretty good, too. Overall, good deck. Credit where it's due. Hogger23, this was fun. If you want to play it, I say go for it if you're looking for a different way to play spiders. But that's all I have you for now. We'll see you next time.